So, what is the difference between the ability to do searches on the internet and your ability to get an answer from one of the large language model artificial intelligence applications? Well, one is that when you're doing a Google search, what you're actually accessing is an index of information that is already available. And you get the keywords or the questions that you ask to help narrow the search list to the most relative website or web page that would have your response, and then less relative as you go down. So it's just a query. It's a very advanced query, but it is just a query at the end of the day. The interesting thing about artificial intelligence is this is where we would normally require human input for someone to read through information, to be able to process and digest, and maybe even have some inference, maybe even some organization, some summarization, some deduction of ideas, some processing of thought beyond just data retrieval. You see, we can look at search as just data retrieval. I need some information. If I have the right way to query it, I have the right way to retrieve that data. AI, on the other hand, is not kicking out a response that is a copy and paste or just, I'm looking for this information, so give me a web page to deliver that. Instead, what it's doing is taking all of its index knowledge, in this case, all whatever application you're using, you're going to find a slightly different indexing of that knowledge from human knowledge and websites to web pages to Wikipedia to academic papers to whatever is being used in that knowledge set to now actually formulate a response that requires intelligence to do. And that level of ability to get those types of answers is just extraordinary. So instead of saying, where can I go on vacation or what are the best places to go on vacation in Italy in April? You can say, I'm going on vacation to Italy in April. Here's all the things about me to know. Here's all of my preferences, including financial requirements, things you want to see, dietary requirements, etc. And have artificial intelligence kick back out to you a complete proposal of an itinerary, of schedules and times and locations and addresses and reservations to make and so forth and so on. And I see very soon, and for me, this is already today, but for the planet, I see very soon that hardly a day will go by without you making a query to artificial intelligence. And just like today, the vast majority of us depend on Google for the most basic things like what's the weather, what's the traffic, what's my name, where did I leave my keys, right? All these types of silly things that we have a tendency to search for, all the way to it's hard to imagine every child on this planet not having a personal tutor that's an AI bot. It's hard to imagine trying to go through any motion of life, whether it be personal or professional, without using AI on a day-to-day basis. And so I think that's the biggest difference is everything is the difference.